Hey, what's up, Sparkers? Today's video is going to be a demonstration of the 5 high gain amp models. So this is going to be a little bit longer of a video since there's 5 of them. But I'm doing the usual routine where I'm using both my Gibson Les Paul as well as my Fender Stratocaster. And I'm doing 3 different pickup configurations on each. There's going to be I also did 3 different configurations for each amp again. One is the default settings, one is an even setting again, so that's 5s on all of the levels, and then finally my own custom configuration. And this time around I built the custom sounds with my Les Paul. So previously I had been building those custom tones with the Stratocaster, and a couple people noticed that they just kind of sounded a little better for the Strat, and that's just because I built them using the Strat. So this time, theoretically, they may sound a little bit better with the Les Paul because I built them for that, and then they're probably going to sound a little weaker on the Strat. That's just kind of the way those two guitars compare to each other typically. But I'll still give you both so you'll hear the difference. And so the 5 amplifiers are the first one is the RB101, which is based on the Bogner Ecstasy 101 amp, sort of a boutique amp. These are all very famous amplifiers for sort of the high gain sound. The next is the British 30, which is the Orange 8030. This is the sort of the second channel of that same amp. This one is the same amp that's in the clean amps, but this is the higher gain version, or the higher gain channel rather, of that same amp. Then there's the American High Gain, which is the Mesa Boogie JP2C. So this is a John Petrucci signature amp that he helped Mesa Boogie customize. So that's that. The third one. There's the SLO 100, which is the Soldano 100. So that's the super lead overdrive rather. It's a flagship from Michael Soldano's amplifier company. And finally, there's the Marshall YJM 100, which is the Yngwie Malmsteen custom signature Marshall amplifier. So a couple of signature guitarist amplifiers in the mix here that Positive Grid chose, which is cool. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get right into it. I'm going to start off with the Les Paul. Again, these were customized using the Les Paul this time around. So we'll start with the RB101, which is the Bogner 101 on the default settings. So that looks like about a 7 or so on the gain. It looks like a 4 on the bass, about a 6 on the middle, a 6 on the treble, and a 6 on the volume. So here we go. That's on the rhythm pickup. This is now the both pickups. And the treble. So we'll go ahead and switch over now to the Strat. So this is the Strat on the neck pickup position. Middle pickup position. And the pickup, the bridge pickup position. So again, that's the default configuration on the Bogner 101. Now we're going to switch over to the even amp setting. So again, this is all 5s on all of the settings. So we're still on the Strat. We're going to start off with the neck pickup position. Middle pickup. And the bridge pickup position. So I'm just playing a little bit of a, a blues. It's a blues pentatonic scale with these on these guitars. So that's hopefully gives you a good sample of all of these amps here. So this is going to, now we're going to switch back to the Les Paul, and this is on the rhythm pickup. Middle pickup position, or both pickups. And the treble. So that is the flat or the even settings, and now we'll do my custom tone. And again, this is on the Les Paul. So here we go. That was on the treble pickup position. This is the both pickups. And then the rhythm. So that's the Les Paul. We're going to switch over to the Strat now. And starting with the neck pickup position, this is the Strat. Middle pickup position. And the bridge pickup position. So that's the Strat. Now we will switch over to the next amplifier. This is the British 30. Again, that's the Orange AD30, and this is the default settings. So we'll show you that real quick here. We've got about a 7 or so on the gain. Looks like about a 6 on the mid, or sorry, the bass. About a 4 on the middle. About a 4 or so on the treble, and about a 4 on the volume. So this is the default settings. This is with the Strat, and we're going to start with the neck pickup position. Middle pickup. Bridge pickup position. And now we're going to jump over to the Les Paul. And this is the Les Paul on the rhythm pickup position. Both pickups. And the treble. So that is the default setting. This British 30 turned out to be one of my favorite sounds, actually, as I was progressing through all these. There's a ton of rich sounds with this guy. So next up, we're going to do the even settings. This is all 5s across the board, and this is still with the Les Paul, starting in the rhythm pickup position. So here we go, rhythm pickup. Middle pickup position. And this is the treble. And next we're going to switch over to the Strat. So this is the Strat on the even configuration, and this is starting with the neck pickup. Middle pickup position. And bridge pickup position. So that's the even configuration with the Strat, and finally the custom configuration for the British 30, and we got about a 7 or an 8. I did something that I don't normally do on the custom config with this guy, just because I just found this amp to be so unique sounding, as I said earlier. But we're at about an 8 or so on the gain. We've got about a 7 on the bass, about a 6 or so on the mid, so it's higher mid than I usually do, and about a 3 on the treble, and about a 7 or so on the volume. So I don't know if you've been paying attention to my typical configuration settings, but I'm usually around between a 5 and a 7 on the gain, pretty low on the bass, usually around 3 or 4. The mids I like to keep pretty low typically, and the trebles I like to keep pretty high. So did something pretty different on this amp. But anyway, here's the Strat on my custom configuration. Middle pickup position. And the bridge pickup. Now we'll switch over to the Les Paul. And this is on the rhythm pickup position on the Les Paul. Middle pickup position. And the treble. So there you go. That's the British 30, and now on my custom settings. So I highly encourage playing around with this one. This one, like I said, I really loved the tones I was getting on this. All around the dial on the gain too. There's just a ton of different cool sounds here. But let's move on to the next amp. So we're now on the American high gain, and this is the Mesa Boogie JP2C, the John Petrucci. So this is the Les Paul on the rhythm pickup position. Both pickups. And the treble. So now we'll switch over to the Les Paul. And this is the neck pickup position, with the Strat. Middle pickup position. And the bridge pickup. So that again is the default settings on the American high gain. Oh, and I should show you those settings here real quick. So we've got about a 6 or so on the gain. You've got a 5 on the bass. You've got about a 6 on the middle, a 4 on the treble, and about a 7.5 or an 8 on the volume. So sorry, that's the settings on the American high gain default. So let's go ahead and move on to the even settings. So this is again the American high gain. I'm on the Strat, and we're going to do the neck pickup position. Here we go. Middle pickup. And the bridge pickup position. Now we'll switch back to the Les Paul, and starting with the rhythm pickup position, here's the Les Paul. And again, this is the even settings on the American high gain. Middle pickup, or both pickups. And the treble. So that is the Les Paul. We will now switch over to the custom tone for the American high gain. Again, this is the Mesa Boogie JP2C. Starting with the rhythm pickup position on the Les Paul. Here we go. Both pickups. On the treble. So that's the Les Paul, and we will now switch back to the Strat. And also here are the configuration on my custom. So we're at about a 7 on the gain, we're down to a 4 on the bass, we've got a 6 on the middle, a 6 on the treble, and about a 7.5 or an 8 on the volume. So this is the Strat on the American high gain. Here's the neck pickup position. Middle pickup position. And the neck pickup position. Or sorry, bridge pickup position. So there you go, that's the Strat on the American high gain, and we are going to now switch to the slow 100. Again, this is the Soldano Super Lead Overdrive 100. This is the even settings. So starting with the Strat, this is the even settings on the slow. Middle pickup. And the bridge pickup position. So now we'll switch over to the Les Paul. So this is the Les Paul on the rhythm pickup position. Both pickups. And the treble pickup. So that's the Les Paul. Now we will switch to the default configuration, and just to walk you through that here, it's a 6 on the gain, it's about a 4 on the bass, about a 5 on the middle, a 4 on the treble, and a 5 on the volume. So this is again with the Les Paul. We'll start with the rhythm pickup position. And middle pickup. Cool sound there. So that is the Les Paul. Now we will switch to the Strat. So starting with the neck pickup position, here's the Strat. Middle pickup position. And the bridge pickup position. So there you go. That's the default on the Strat. Next up is I believe we got my custom configuration. So this is the Strat custom configuration on the Slow 100. So starting with the neck pickup. Middle pickup position. And the bridge pickup position. Now we'll switch back to the Les Paul. So here's the Les Paul on the Slow 100 with my custom configuration. That was the rhythm pickup. Now both pickups. And the treble pickup. So that's the Slow 100. And then the last amp we have is the YJM 100. Sorry about that static. So this is the YJM 100. This is the Yngwie Malmsteen custom Marshall amp. So this is starting with the rhythm pickup position on the Les Paul. And both pickups. And the treble. And the settings on this default are about a 6 on the gain, a 6 on the bass, a 4 on the middle, a 5 on the treble, and a 6 on the volume. And we will switch over to the Strat. So here's the Strat, starting with the neck pickup position. Middle pickup position. And the bridge pickup position. So there you go. That's the default settings for the YJM 100. Next we're going to do the even or the flat. So this is again all 5s. So starting with the Strat on the neck pickup position, here's the flat configuration for the YJM 100. Middle pickup position. And the neck pickup, or sorry, the bridge pickup position. And now we'll switch to the Les Paul. So this is the Les Paul on the even settings for the YJM 100, starting on the rhythm pickup. treble pickup. So now we'll switch to the final configuration, and this is still with the Les Paul. This is by YJM 100 Custom. We'll start with the rhythm pickup position. Both pickups. Before we switch to the Strat, I'll show you the settings here real quick. I got the gain up to about an 8 or so. The bass is down to about a 3 or 4, somewhere between 3 and 4. The middle is around a 4. The treble's at about a 7, and the volume's at a 7. So now we'll switch to the Strat. So here's the Strat with the YJM 100 custom configuration on, starting with my neck pickup. Middle pickup. And the bridge. Little extra embellishment there. So that was the last of the tones. So this gives you a real good sample of all 5 of the high gain amps. Again, I used both the Les Paul and the Strat. I used 3 different pickup positions for each. Some killer sounds here, obviously. My personal favorite is that orange AD30, or the British 30 is what it's called in this high gain series, but it's the same one. It's just got some cool tones to it. So if you're looking for a recommendation play with that one, this one sounds really cool too. They actually all do. Highly signature sounds for these high gain series of amps. So hopefully this helps you get a picture and really, or hear a note for how all these amps sound. And yeah, looking forward to doing the last couple of amp models. The only ones I have left are really the metal ones, and then the acoustic and the bass. So hopefully in the next week or 2 we can finish those up. And hopefully you enjoyed this, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks, guys. Bye.